Hi, Rob here, and I just want to shoot a quick video. Unfortunately, with the market, people struggling to make their payments, there's always these companies coming up with these new scams, and I just want you to be aware of this scam. It's called a short sale leaseback. What I want to do here is I want to peel back the mirage here and talk about the reality behind short sale leasebacks. First of all, nobody in the country anywhere is doing a whole bunch of these. There have been a few done by HUD-approved charities, but that's exactly it, just a few. Nobody's doing tens or hundreds of them, period. So if anybody tells you they are, make sure you see in writing, because I'm telling you, they're not being done anywhere in these supposed huge numbers. And I'll even state up front that I'm definitely biased against this whole program, supposed program, mainly because my whole goal as a realtor is to protect my sellers, especially people who have found themselves in a hardship and are having a hard time making their payments right now. It really upsets me when people try to take advantage of these types of people. So if I get a little opinionated, well, that's why. So let's take a look at leasebacks defined, and here's how it really works. So a homeowner's living in a short sale. In other words, they can't make their payment anymore. So now their home is purchased by a charity group or investor. Now, instead of the people moving, that property, their home, is leased back to the homeowner from the investor so they can stay in that property for a period of time. And the problem with this is there's all these so-called charities, like I said, anybody can start a charity, but they're really investors that are making these offers to people. But for one thing, the Treasury Department does not support leasebacks that involve a profit investor. And of course, investors are all looking for a profit. Now, the reason leasebacks have become a hot topic is because the HAFA Supplemental Directive 1203 from April 17, 2012 states it allowed for leasebacks. Here's the exact language. It says a servicer may, in its discretion, approve a transaction under HAFA that provides an option for the property to be sold to a nonprofit organization with the stated purpose that the property will be rented or resold to the borrower so long as other HAFA program requirements are met. Here's the challenge. There's a history here of leasebacks. Prior to this supplemental directive, leasebacks were considered a violation of an arm's length transaction provision of most short sale approvals due to fraud committed by the sellers who are not supposed to benefit from the forgiveness of their debts, investors taking advantage of sellers who had hopes of purchasing their homes back. Here's what the investor fraud looks like. A short sale is purchased by an investor. Now, instead of the investor having the owner move out, they agree to lease the home back to them. But then when it comes time for the homeowner to buy it back, the investor decides that they're not going to sell at that price. So here's our stance on leasebacks. The reality is very few lenders will allow leasebacks to happen because there's just so much opportunity for fraud. If you are thinking about getting involved in a leaseback option program, make sure that the buyer is a non-profit organization and exercise extreme caution. On existing leaseback programs, there are leaseback training programs that require a commission to be paid to the program to negotiate the leaseback with the servicer. So we urge you to exercise extreme caution with any program that might come into existence in your state. Remember, before you put up any of your hard-earned money or sign any documents, verify the buyer is a documented nonprofit. You could do so by going to the below website. Review all leaseback information. Qualify the organization you're dealing with by asking questions like how many leasebacks have they done? Can you speak to a homeowner they've helped before? In other words, somebody who's actually living in a home that they leased back to them. And I also recommend having an attorney review all documents. And that's it. I hope you found this informative. You can always reach me by phone or email. I'm here to work for you and help you in any way I can. And please do not hesitate to call or email with any questions. Thank you.